blow us ODK was DOA, yeah, I know what you here for now. Was I an idea? Now don't you.
And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight's game at Quicken Loans Arena, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. A decade and a half of dominance for the San Antonio Spurs. Shaq, if they're not the gold standard, then who is?
I have to disagree with you, Ernie. They are the platinum standard. The front office award speaks for themselves. All the 51 seasons they have speaks volumes.
With the game just about ready to begin, let's send it out to Kevin Harlan.
The shooting guard position, standing 6'5", number 4, Iman Shumpert. At center, 7 feet 1 inch, number 20, Timofey Mozgov. At forward, 6'10", he's out of UCLA, number 0, Kevin Love. He's starting at point guard from Duke University, number 2, Kyrie Irving. He's starting at forward, number 23, LeBron James.
Thank you for tuning into this.
This is Kevin Durant. Welcome to
Sports edition of the NBA. With Doris Burke from the sideline, I'm my side, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Cavaliers in an interconference battle here at the Quicken Loans Arena. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Well, Knicks ownership guys frustrated last season that Iman Shumpert didn't participate in the Summer League. And, Steve, they were hoping he'd test out for some minutes at the point guard position.
That's right, Kevin, and we heard his name arise all season long in trade rumors.
Now here's Parker. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist.
Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
On defense, San Antonio. Irving kicks to Shumpert. Back to Irving. No luck. And the Spurs going the other way now.
And for Shumpert, his shooting numbers were down last season. He shot over 40% from long range in year 2. That was down to 33% last season. That can happen sometime in the course of a career. Still good from the corners with Shumpert, but perhaps he shot too many from above the arc.
Here's Irving. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Parker dishes to Splitter. Leonard the pass to Parker. Back to Leonard. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Parker. Count it from 12. Parker's got his second basket.
And guys, for Shumpert, where he's got to improve is finishing around the rim. With his size and athleticism, I think he could be better scoring in the paint.
It's LeBron with the drive. Drains it from 17 feet out.
Well, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Kicks to Splitter. Dishes to Parker. Puts up a three. Parker with another miss. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Leonard. And it's slammed in by Splitter. And that's how you exploit a gap in the D, I guess, huh?
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major power.
Wow. He knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Love. The 11-footer. Here's Mozgov. And he gets it to go. Mozgov's got his first 2 points.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable. Even as the Spurs continue to grow older, it's really hard to write them off. I mean, it's incredible how long this team has been ruling the roost in the West and contending for championship.
And that one's good. Shumpert.
2 points.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Parker against Irving. Puts it up from 12. Rejected by Mozgov. Irving against Green. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
Boy, I'm surprised he took that shot. He was at a huge size disadvantage in that matchup, but boy, great job to bury it.
It's Parker with the drive. Outside, Green. Off target from three-point range. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing, doesn't it, Steve?
It sure does, and now it's to the point where they just feel unstoppable.
Parker kicks to Green. And here's Splitter. Shot to stop the run. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Goes up with the stripe. That's short off the rim. Spurs trail by 7. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Again, the miss by Green.
That's not his shot there, guys. And whether you play D on him or not, he's usually going to miss that one.
He feeds it to Splitter. And stolen by Love. Left side, Irving. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
I thought he'd make that one. That's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Here's Green, and it's good on the assist by Parker.
His first make here in 4 tries to start this game.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. It's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. A different look now for San Antonio. 1:53 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Smith. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
J.R. Smith, just tremendous range on his shot and a great skill level overall. He can handle, pass, and finish. He can really get up high and finish in transition with some explosiveness. Just an electric play.
Here's Diaw. J.R. Smith making his last shot. Here's Dellavedova. From the wing. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
And And J.R. Smith set a record last season for three-pointers attempted in a game with 22. That's a lot of casting from the three-point line. But that same night, he set the Knicks franchise record for makes with 10 that found the bottom of the net. When he's going, he can be a handful.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ginobili attacking, and it's blocked. Now here is Varejao. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And for J.R. Smith, he's got all the tools offensively. It's his decision-making, Steve, that I think has probably limited him from greater responsibility.
That's why I think he's better in an instant offense role where you can sit him down if he starts to freelance and do too much. But you know, they call him J.R. Swish for a reason. He is always dangerous.
That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Smith's got 5 now.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Here's Mills. Ginobili gets a wide-open look. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3. We've got 13 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that. Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
And that's not going to go. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Cavaliers lead by 6. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Yeah.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
And this team has done a nice job on the glass. I think that's how they've built this lead. They've been very physical, really established a presence in the paint.
Well, they've chased down those balls. As soon as they've hit the iron, they've been chasing them down. That's been a solid effort by them.
Spurs trail by 6. Thompson and Varejao at the 4 and 5. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with J.R. Smith, and it's LeBron in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Cleveland didn't quite meet their expectations last year, in part by how poor they shot at home. Hard to get wins when everything you put up seems to rim out.
Now here's LeBron. Fires from the line. No good. Ginobili dishes to Mills. Here's Bellinelli. Here's Ginobili. Spurs passing it around. Baines passes to Mills. Into Diaw. There's the bucket. Good. Cavaliers shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Boris Diaw grew up idolizing Magic Johnson and obsessed with passing. And close friend Tony Parker said he didn't care about stats. He was always so unselfish. After being waived by Charlotte for refusing to score more points, Diaw has found a fit with the Spurs. He said, quote, "It was always the team that made the most sense." Kevin?
He had Tony there telling him about their philosophy, Doris. What a great run. What a great run. Thank you. Kevin Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. And both free throws, good for James.
So many accomplishments in LeBron's career, but one milestone he reached last year, 20,000 points, 5,000 assists, and 5,000 rebounds in his first 800 games played. That's incredible.
Those stats you listed for LeBron through his first 800 games might sound a bit arbitrary, but it puts him in the company of only one other player, the Big O, Oscar Robertson.
And, you know, it's not a coincidence, Kevin, that they are the lone members of that group. Both so dominant in every facet of the game from the moment their career started. Really a lot of similarities between those two outstanding all-time greats.
Splitters checked in for San Antonio.
You let a guy sneak by for a putback, that's going to drive a coach crazy.
Leonard with the steal. Parker outside. And that one's good. Parker's got 6. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Spurs?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
Spurs have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Duncan high post. Leonard attacking. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. J.R. Smith picks one up. Well, Kawhi Leonard drafted 15th overall, Clark, back in 2011. The pick acquired from the Indiana Pacers in a trade for George Hill.
And you know, at the time, Manu Ginobili said that he really didn't agree with the trade. Made him angry. He had a real strong relationship with George Hill and liked his game. I'm sure a lot of Spurs fans felt the same way, but even as Hill remains a heck of a player, the Spurs fans have to be happy. As a matter of fact, they are ecstatic with what Kawhi Leonard has been able to do and what it looks like he's going to do for many years to come.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. Shumpert is checked in for Cleveland. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. The drive by Green. The tricky little pass fake there, working well.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Now here's Shumpert, puts up the baby hook, and that misses everything.
Hey, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
What a finish with that hoop.
The Cavaliers trailing. Irving drives in. Tim Duncan grabs the miss.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Parker. He has 6. And that one's good. And the Spurs lead by 4.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Now here's Leonard. After LeBron James's miss, Leonard attacking. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense there from Irving. James outside. Here's Mozgov. And another miss by Cleveland.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one. You know, the Spurs, because of their way of conducting business and their low-key personality, have never really been ratings darlings for the NBA, despite being considered and respected as a model franchise in the league. The team's color of silver and black, I think, fits their style. So, not really flashy or gaudy, but it does point out their business-like approach and how precise they play and how much they win.
The shot's good from Irving.
Good job creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Spurs leading by 3. The pass to Leonard. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you look at the Spurs' lack of branding, if you will. It starts from the top down, from Coach Popovich to Tim Duncan. They don't court media attention. They're close to the vest. All business, all about winning.
He's perfect from the line this time. And the Spurs look for a certain kind of player, Clark. I know you're interested in this. The players they get are uninterested in the spotlight. Pop calls them guys that have gotten over themselves.
That's a great way to phrase it, because they're others focused and not self-focused. And that's something that really lends itself well in a culture which glamorizes the I and not the group. And you can see it in the Spurs. They are all about business, and all of the extra stuff is not good in winning and having fun and enjoying each other, and that's why they're a championship organization and team.
That's a good blueprint.
Yes, it is.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He wants to see renewed effort from them on the offensive glass. He talked about the second chance points that are out there if they work for them. The next message he had for them was that they should be attacking the basket on offense. He felt very strongly that the defense they're up against is vulnerable down low. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Smith with the block. Here's Dellavedova. Smith on the wing. Outside, Jones lets the three fly. Rebound, San Antonio. There's 1:26 left to play here in the half. Parker with it. Now Smith defending. Splitter kicks to Green. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Danny Green, a nice find by the Spurs as a 3-and-D role player. The Spurs always seem to find those kind of guys. A mid-second round pick was Green. He got waived by the Cavs. Spent some time playing abroad. Now he holds the record for three-pointers made in the final.
And the Spurs making a change here. Baines is checked in. Diaw comes in for Duncan. Ginobili's checked in for Leonard. And it's Mills in for Parker. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Smith.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
And for Danny Green, guys, a quality defender at either wing position. And, you know, Steve, as you like to say, a floor spacer offensively.
That's right. Two-way guys, Kevin. Two-way players. That's what the playoffs are all about. You think about the success Green has had the last couple of seasons, defending star players at one end, knocking down big threes at the other. Wow, what a player he's become. Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
Smith, no luck.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. That shot wide open. And now it's a 9-point Spurs lead.
You know, it looks like they've recalibrated their approach away from trying the three ball.
Yeah, they started out pretty slow from downtown, so I think this is the right adjustment. Try to get the ball inside, go to something new.
They get it back. Ginobili can't hit. Jones with it. No good on that last second attempt there. So we've reached the...
Will pop a solid head.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
What a game for Tony Parker. He's got 10 points and 4 assists. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
Yeah, just on the strength of his defense alone, he would have stood out, but his offense has been outstanding as well.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. It's been a clinic from Tony Parker.
He is a dynamic scorer, guys. That much we know. And I'll tell you what, his talent was on full display there in the first half.
Steve, he is a hard man to keep down, and so far, they've been unable to do it.
On the floor, for Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2, and it's Splitter in at the 5. You know, every year there are a handful of teams in the Eastern Conference that buck the trend against the West, and last year Cleveland was one of them.
And Kevin, as you said, most teams in the East struggled out of conference, but Cleveland was pretty solid against the West, and I think they'll be even better with LeBron.
Absolutely. Now here's Parker. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. He gives them a double-digit lead. And that's 12 points for Parker.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
And now running it up the court, Green pushing it all the way. And Leonard gets it to go.
How about the passing there? Moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
The Spurs continue, guys, to be one of the top-tier teams in the league, both offensively and defensively.
Well, great discipline and efficiency, the continuity of the roster, the stability, and, of course, what Pop calls corporate knowledge, just the unity of this roster that has grown over the years.
Duncan with a screen on LeBron. And Duncan gets double-teamed. For the three. And Parker with the basket on the assist from Tiago Splitter. Parker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, they've been so sound offensively in the second half. I love the way they're playing.
Yeah, there's really no comparison in the shooting percentages between the teams since the break.
The Cavaliers trail by 14.
And for the Spurs, hey, defensively with Duncan and Splitter inside, they've got the size to protect the paint. Leonard, their wing stopper, is terrific. He can guard any position on the wing. They use their length to contest shots late and avoid cheap fouls. And the other thing you like about them is they didn't give up a lot of free throws last season.
No good from Irving.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, Spurs coach Greg Popovich is so highly respected by his peers. Thunder coach Scott Brooks said there are 3 things you can count on: death, taxes, and Pop winning 50 games. Dallas coach Rick Carlisle called him, quote, the best coach in any sport ever and the smartest man in the history of the world. Kevin, he wasn't joking.
High praise indeed. Thank you, Doris.
Well, the Spurs were just terrific offensively. Best three-point shooting team in the NBA 3 of the last 4 seasons. And I think probably the best passing team as well. They really move the ball and get great movement in their offense. Boy, how's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, he didn't waste any time getting down the court, did he?
San Antonio calls timeout. Well, Clark, a bit of a down year shooting-wise for Kyrie Irving last season.
Yeah, it sure was, and you heard some sources within the Cavs organization questioning his leadership, too. I mean, the chemistry in Cleveland, not really where it needed to be, kind of a mess all season, quite honestly. And Irving is still young and has a lot on his shoulders and maybe started to show some of the frustration with the expectations and demands that have been placed on him. But now, as he continues to grow as a leader, having LeBron James there and some other veterans who've come in should really help smooth that out for the young standout.
Here's Parker, following the basket by Kevin Love. Parker kicks to Leonard. Bellinelli dishes to Leonard. To the left side wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bellinelli gets the bucket. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. James left side. Leonard with the steal. Here's Parker. And the rejection by James. The drive by Love. Shot is off. Great D that time from Leonard. Spurs leading by 13. Bellinelli passes to Parker. To the middle. LeBron with the block. Out to Parker. Out to the right wing. Bellinelli dishes to Parker. Duncan outside. Back to Parker. Duncan with the screen for Parker. He kicks to Duncan. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by LeBron. And here we go. Shumpert running it up the court. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they're getting the ball inside, which is what I like. High percentage shots down on the block and in the paint area.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. J.R. Smith's checked in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Here's Mills. It's Ginobili with the drive. Now Cleveland moving it up. for the finish, and it's slammed in by Verejao.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Baines, good on the shot. And the Spurs lead by 12.
Greg Popovich with 15 straight 50-win seasons as head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. What a remarkable streak of success. And I don't really think folks understand what that level of consistency embodies. He's widely regarded as the best head coach in the NBA, and for good reason. He's the full package as a head coach.
Here's Mills after the made shot from Iman Shumpert. Now Mills. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. So he picks up just one from the line that time. The Cavaliers trail by 11. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Bellinelli's got the ball.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Popovich in the top 5 in coaching win percentage all time.
And he's likely to remain in that lofty company. Kevin, he said he plans to follow Tim Duncan into retirement. Not a bad plan. They pretty much came in together, so might as well go out together.
And here is Ginobili after the three-pointer from Iman Shumpert. Here's Diaw. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away.
Outside jumper. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Shumpert's got it back down to single digits for the Cavs. Spurs have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second-half shooting percentage right at 50%. And Ginobili, here we go. Outside, Bellinelli. Diaw with it. Picked up by Thompson. And Ginobili wide open. He shoots from outside off the mark. Here's Dellavedova. Another three for Cleveland.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first three quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Spurs lead by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from Mills.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Great assists like the one we just saw.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with J.R. Smith, and it's Verejao in at the center position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Not enough on that one as it misses. And San Antonio shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play going to the line for 1.
Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders right now. Manu Ginobili has always been one of my favorite guys to watch and an elite shooting guard on the court. I mean, the issue with him has been health. You know, last season he missed about a month with a tweaked hamstring. Right as the Spurs went on their rodeo road trip.
And here is Parker. Green with a screen on Smith. Tries from 10. Another one falls for San Antonio. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Irving. And that misses everything.
He's got a nice touch on that shot normally, but good defense there clogging the lane.
Here's Green. Varejao comes up with the rebound. Varejão's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Irving. Here's Love. The stupendous finish in traffic.
Love the way he fought for that putback. You know, he's willing to put in a lot of hard work in this game, no doubt about that.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Well, few would have predicted back when Kevin Love was drafted 5th out of UCLA in 2008 that he'd become the superstar player we see today. You know, he's transformed his body and expanded his game year after year.
The Spurs making a switch here. Splitters checked in. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
And talk about the physical transformation for Kevin Love. Leaner, quicker, and stronger.
Yeah, credit yoga and Pilates. He's trying to be the very best he can be, and he's putting in the work to do that so it can actually help him more at the defensive end.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. LeBron drives in. Takes a shot at the elbow, and it falls over the rim and in.
Well, those are key baskets, and we know he can deliver down the stretch.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Duncan with the screen for Parker. Parker right side. Duncan kicks to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. Splitter. That's good. And the Spurs lead by 4. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Smith outside. Jacks up a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 10 points for Smith.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Duncan outside. And Leonard has it in the corner. They get the rebound. Parker passes to Green, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. Mozgov, he's checked in for Anderson Varejao. Leonard with a screen on Irving, and the wide open shot from Green. Here's Splitter, rejected by Mozgov. Parker against Irving. Oh, and that one, no question, poured it down.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert.
Here's Duncan. The Cavaliers making the shot. Shot clock at 5. Now, here is Smith, and here's Cleveland. They're on a 14-6 run. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
That's good for Mozgov.
Check out the game from Mozgov. He's got 11 points and 2 rejections. That kind of mix of assists and rebounds is what wins you basketball games.
Well, you've got to love having a guy who can do both those things well.
Parker with no one around, and it's good from the elbow. Parker's got 9 points here in the second half. Irving kicks to LeBron. That's good.
It seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Nobody near Parker. Drains it from beyond the arc. Parker's got 7 points for the quarter.
I like the way that he has really stayed aggressive from that three-point line after not making a single one before the halftime.
Got that one up quick. 17 points for LeBron.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, they're having the last 6 field goals in the lane.
San Antonio calls timeout. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
How does it look now for Cleveland? Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Jones comes in for James. And it's a man jumping in for Smith. Spurs also with the sub. Ginobili checked in for Daniel Green. Now here's Shumpert. Ginobili able to get his shot to go. Good D by Parker.
You know, his finishing ability leaves a lot to be desired, guys. He needs to take it to the basket stronger.
And Leonard gets it to go.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Cavaliers leading. Left side, Irving. And he gets it to go. Irving's got 10 points here in the second half.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
Ginobili attacking. That doesn't go either by Ginobili. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Right side, Irving. Pulls up from the corner, and it's rejected. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
Spurs trail by 3. Parker outside. Kicks it out to Leonard. Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
And it's Shumpert penetrating. Duncan with some nice D.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
To take the lead.
A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to them.
So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time, Kevin, for the stars to shine.
His three-point shot is so good. Just draining one after another.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 2. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. Duncan with the screen for Parker. Mozgov with the block. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, no question the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
That's his first personal foul. 3rd team.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
It's Parker with the drive. Nails it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
2 shots.
And he can't make the second free throw either. Listen both.
Looked like he tightened up big time on his way to the line. He could have and really should have closed it out.
He nails it, and we're tied up.
You know, his performance has been so important to this team. He's as dependable as ever, guys.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Irving from long range. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. And we'll return shortly. We've got overtime action now, folks. Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, Doris Burke on our sideline, and this is Kevin Harlan. So Cleveland will get the first possession. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All four.
Oh, that was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Man, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Parker's shot is off. Well, the Cavaliers shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively.
Unbelievable basket. What a huge height disadvantage. I thought for sure it would be blocked.
Not this fella, Steve. Not at this stage of the game. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to just one on the basket from Leonard. Smith outside. Pass to LeBron. Shoots from the high post. That's good on the jump shot. James has got 19 points.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
Spurs trail by 3. And Leonard has it in the corner. His three-pointer's off the mark.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
Love up top. He's covered by Leonard. Love, no luck.
He had a defender draped all over him. Not really the best shot there.
Well, not the shot you hope for when it's well contested like that.
And that one's good. Parker.
Boy, he quieted the crowd with that big shot. That's a big play.
Yeah, the crowd's been hoping for something to cheer for, but nothing.
Irving dishes to Smith. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Smith's got 4 points this quarter.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
It's Parker with the drive. Can't hit the free throw line jump. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Leonard with the steal.
Oh, how about that basketball, fan? Beautiful. Wow. Boy, their defense making an impact here late, Kevin.
And straight off the steal, Clark, a perfectly run fast break ends in a slam dunk.
That could be a huge 4-point swing in this game.
Now the dish to James. Count it! And the foul. Tim Duncan picks one up, and the crowd roaring to life.
That was a huge shot. And they're just about dancing in the aisles now.
What an eruption in this building.
Shumpert is checked in for the Cavaliers.
Terrific job maintaining his composure, sinking the and one, and turning this into a 2-possession ballgame.
Parker kicks to Leonard. Three-pointer. And it's Leonard again missing. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
Now you'd think so.
Wow.
Incredible.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
And glide. And glide. You got to glide in and reverse it home. So sweet.
And he commits the intentional foul.
What a game for LeBron. 22 points, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
Yeah, and I think that's been important because it's established a nice defensive presence for his team.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. And Parker, here we go. Right block shot. Splitter passes to Parker. Cavaliers with the rebound. 17 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now.
Well, that's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back from this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
Mills, that's a 2-pointer. San Antonio again missing. Here is Verejao. James outside. Offline. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. Clark, what a game.
Yeah, they kept their cool, stayed with the game plan, and that's why they came out on top.
And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan Player of the Game. Doris, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, congratulations on a wonderful performance. Can you tell us what goes on in your mind when you get in this kind of a rhythm like we saw in this basketball game?
It's a zone you get into, and it's kind of unexplainable, and you try to go out there and you feel like there's nothing that you can't do. And hopefully the momentum just continued to go throughout the whole quarter, and it did. And not only did it open up for me, it opened up for the rest of us, too.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.